Welcome back, Acadiana. Now we're going to discuss the rainfall totals from last night, really, and we almost got up to an inch here in Lafayette. This was recorded at the airport. So for the month, we are at 7 inches, and for the year, 71 inches. So still well above normal, and will still remain above normal through the end of the month. And we only have a couple more weeks left until 2026. So let's look at the last 24-hour rainfall totals across southern Louisiana, and most of everyone got below 1 inch. We have a few isolated areas that had a little bit more in the way of 2 inches, but plentiful rainfall. We definitely need it because we still have that drought, especially here in Acadiana. But after earlier this morning, not expecting any rainfall for at least the next several days until later in the week. We'll have another system that'll bring us only a few scattered showers. So it has been a windy Sunday, and we'll continue to deal with some breezy conditions going into the overnight hours. Now we still have a wind advisory until 6 p.m. so that'll be allowed to expire then, but not expecting a wind advisory for tomorrow, but still dealing with some breezy winds with gusts anywhere between at least 15-20 miles per hour for tomorrow. Now the big story that we are tracking are the temperatures. Now we did talk about at 66 degrees, but that was at 2:30 in the morning when the storms were passing through Acadiana, and our lowest temperature was 44 degrees at 9:17. So our temperatures are fairly decent, but we'll see some colder temperatures going into tonight, and that was in part of that cold front that pushed through earlier this morning. So let's go section by section with the temperatures. Inland parishes, 21 degrees to at least 25. This is the air temperature, not the wind chill. We'll get to that in just a moment. So this will at least be the coldest temperatures out of the week, and right now the coldest temperatures of the season. Even for Interstate 10, temperatures only ranging between 26 to at least 27 degrees, and our coastal parishes, temperatures much of the same between 25 and 30 degrees. Now highs tomorrow will at least warm up above freezing into the 40s for our inland parishes. The same goes for areas along Interstate 10 between 48 degrees to at least 49, and our coastal parishes upper 40s and low 50s, more so to the southeastern portion of the state. Now fast forward into Monday night into early Tuesday, still expecting some very cold temperatures there in the mid-20s to at least low 30s. So a light freeze is likely arriving early Monday. So how long will we be below freezing for tonight? And it really depends on where you're at in the state. Now, regardless, we'll be at least below freezing for several hours. So starting off with areas around Fort Polk, Alexandria, between 12 to 14 hours. It does decrease only by a couple of hours between 8 to 12 around Interstate 10. And for our coastal areas, between 2 to at least 8 hours. So everyone pretty much dealing with sub-freezing temperatures over at least 6 hours for tomorrow morning. So right now it is a freeze warning. It was previously a freeze watch for tonight. They'll go into effect at 8 p.m. through Monday morning. This is for the air temperature between 26 to 29 degrees. You definitely want to protect your plants, people, pets, and exposed pipes, since we'll be under sub-freezing temperatures for several hours. And also when it comes to that wind chill, we'll see those mostly in the teens and 20s arriving after midnight, and that will continue through the rest of the night into early Monday morning. So that's why we have that cold weather advisory going into effect this evening into early Monday with wind chills between 17 to 20 degrees. Now for Tuesday, we'll at least start to warm up into the upper 50s and low 60s, and even warmer temperatures arriving by the end of the week. And yes, we'll be right back in the upper 70s on Thursday. So a big jump in temperatures between now and the end of the week. But stay tuned and we'll have another look at the 10-day forecast later in the show.